time to kick ass and chew bubble gum. I am all out of gum. Come get some. Let's rock.
Hello and welcome to 60-second Retro Gamer.
Oh, you
yeah,
didn't
nearly. And are you chewing gum?
Sorry.
Yeah,
I've got an awful
I can
lot.
hear you quite
I've
loudly
got-
on there.
That is quite a lot of.
That is a lot, a lot of hubba bubba.
That's quite a bit.
Welcome to 60-second Retro Gamer.
Like a seed.
That's a very. It's more the size of an egg.
A Kinder Egg. Today we are talking about Duke Nukem 3D, formerly of the PC, and pretty much ported to every console
Ever.
since.
Apart from, well, no, it was available on the Mega Drive. It was
Oh, yeah.
extraordinarily rare, from what I remember.
Let's see, MS-DOS, Mac, the Sega Saturn,
I'm fairly sure there was
Mega Drive 98,
Yeah.
which was released a year in 98. They were still doing
Yeah.
Mega Drive games in the 98.
Shit.
I think it was one that it's almost impossible to get hold of.
Yeah, and given that you can get it on your iPhone for 69p these days,
Yeah.
it's probably not worth the expense.
No, but then you could have Duke Nukem
This
on
is
a
true.
Mega Drive.
Yes.
Albeit
So-
scaled down and probably ugly as sin.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
The point
So
still remains.
yes, Duke Nukem 3D. I've got a big list of all the things that we normally talk about. It's been a while since we've done one of these podcasts, so it might be a bit
Bear
regular.
with us.
So basically, the story,
Aliens have invaded
aliens,
Earth.
and
That's about it.
yeah, and Duke has to protect the boobs.
He does have to protect the base.
Voiced by John St. John, which is
I
a
love his
brilliant
name. That is
Great, isn't it?
awesome name. Yeah.
So
I mean,
gameplay. Talk us through gameplay.
well, it was the first ever 3D shooter where you could free aim, so you could look
look
about
up and down and round and about.
around and
Whereas Doom, going back to playing something like Doom, it's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
I think
can't
in-
look up.
in Doom,
like a
you,
dog.
You could obviously strafe left to right, but that was about
Yeah.
it. You could shoot in straight lines, but obviously with the freedom that that 3D Realms had developed for Duke Nukem, you could have enemies attacking you from above.
Yeah.
So you had to, aim up.
Look
Duh.
Who'd have thunk it?
It's witchcraft is what it is.
Indeed.
And then
Werner
obviously
Werner is a
it's,
witch.
it's now first person standard shooter standard to
Yes.
free aim. It would be extremely weird to go back and play Doom now, I think, and
Yeah.
be
It,
hampered by a single perspective.
it does feel a little bit weird, although when Steam do their big Christmas sale, because it is inevitable,
Yes.
I will be buying the Doom pack.
I've got all the Dooms actually, 1 to 3 on CD-ROM.
Oh.
Oh,
I haven't got any of them. I've played one and I've seen the film, which was
Oh
hideous.
yeah, don't
the
watch that.
film was horrible.
I've seen better. I've seen worse,
It was like, oh, the Rock's in it. Oh, this is going to be shit.
and it was.
Oh, it was truly terrible.
But yeah, I mean, obviously with the freedom it allowed you, then you could aim up. It also let you search for secret areas, which I think is something that obviously Doom had done in the past.
With potions and stuff. And key cards.
Key cards, which also you can use in Duke Nukem. Key
Sorry, I
cards
don't know
are
why I
up
did my
there.
Bennett impression then. That was...
I don't know.
Big John.
Yeah. So inevitably you just end up shooting a lot of weird alien things in
Yeah.
the face. So.
Fair enough.
Which
That's
is
all
never
good.
a bad thing.
And the weapons I think are pretty cool. I think my personal favourite is the mini rocket launchers you can get on each hand.
Yeah.
I can't think what they're called, but they are.
Probably mini rocket launchers.
Yeah, they are pretty good. But then the Ripper gun, which is like a handheld. I don't know. It's like a 3-barreled machine gun. It was
Yeah,
it's also
Some
pretty-
good weapons.
Yeah, and they all seem to pack it. They always pack a punch. So I like it. I really do.
Cool. Well,
It's better on PC actually because you can cheat.
and there's lots of add-on packs as well. I mean, what I've got here, I'm just going to play a bit of the soundtrack, 'cause that's the next
Oh right,
point
okay.
on the thing. Let's this is going to be. As you can tell, I have a Mac.
Yeah.
Sue me, and that's a dog as well. Sue me. This is Hollywood Holocaust.
Yeah.
Lots of MIDI.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of MIDI.
It's quite unique in its own way.
Yeah.
I'll leave that running in the background. But yeah, it's
It sounds like a chart show in one.
in one. Duke Nukem 3D, Hollywood Holocaust. I use bar music for the intro sequence to the video, so it works quite well. So yeah, the soundtrack, it's unique in its own way.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
evokes the sort of sense of humour of the game itself.
Indeed,
as
it
well.
does. I mean, you can. I think every game has its levels where you can hear a certain piece of it. Sonic is a perfect example. I mean, I only have to say Green Hill Zone, and you've already got the
Yeah, it's already
the
in your head.
sound.
Yeah,
Yeah.
buzzing
Plugged
in
into
your
your head.
ears. Yeah.
I think
so-
it's this as well. Duke's got a voice, which is the
Well,
the
yeah,
key
that
thing.
was another. I think that may have been another first. I could be entirely wrong, of
Yeah.
course. I don't actually.
Well,
know.
let's just say it's fact, with the disclaimer that we are possibly completely wrong.
Yeah,
But Duke is the first-person shooter character to have a voice.
yeah, and he always has something witty to say,
Yeah.
like.
Damn, I'm looking good. or
Yeah.
something like that. When he
And
sees
if you
himself
tread
in
in the shit that the aliens poo out, he will look at his shoe and go, "Shit happens,"
there.
and he will squish the poo across the floor.
Damn.
So
There's,
that's always
Not like the
The-
new one where you actually pick up a turd.
no, you can throw that turn
Yeah.
around.
there's a bit in the video as well where you because you were doing the playthrough on the review, and there's an alien sat in the toilet, and
Yes.
you blast him away
I
while
do
he's
blast him away.
depositing.
Fecal matter
Yeah.
into a toilet.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So
Just
but yeah,
one of the many Easter eggs that you can find. I particularly like the pool table. That was always a favourite of mine
Yeah.
to do. Play pool just before you go into the strip club,
and then shake it, baby.
and then get the strippers to take
Yeah.
their top
It's
off.
it's an 18 rated game.
Oh yes,
Casual
the
nudity.
violence is explicit.
Yes, contains mild peril. Doesn't quite cut it.
No.
In this
I
instance.
particularly like firing a rocket into the path of an oncoming alien and seeing a random eyeball fly past. It's always fun.
So
And it's also got that very nice squelchy sound when you pop someone.
Yeah.
That's always lovely.
Number of
sadistic.
players. It's a one-player game story mode, but there
Yeah.
is a multiplayer option.
Yeah, with the
Initially, I
the
think it was local.
reissues. Yeah, the reissues that I think we captured it on the
360.
Xbox.
Yeah.
So I think they did include a multiplayer on the PC version, but it was extremely difficult to get into a game.
Oh, we've got a screen grab with the Mega Drive port.
Yeah, told you it existed.
I can't zoom in any further, but that looks awful.
Yeah, it's probably about right for the Dreamcast, I would think.
Dreamcast.
The
Mega
visuals
Drive.
were they were drastically simplified. Okay, that's enough of that. Right. So
Yes,
yes, welcome back.
thank you.
Right, so we've done story. Controls.
Control.
Talk about the controls, lad.
God, you can look around.
First person shooter.
Thank you for listening.
Controls, I mean,
Yes,
just bog standard.
yes.
Talked about the weapons as well, so that's all fine.
Left button on the mouse to shoot.
Does it feel intuitive?
Yes.
Does it work?
I
They haven't
mean,
gone for some crazy medieval style control scheme.
no. I mean, if you play it on the PC, obviously you use the default
Yeah. You're at an advantage.
WASD keys
Yeah.
with space to jump and shift or control, whichever is your bread and butter, to crouch. And
And that's it.
that's about it.
Let's
Yeah.
not forget
It's-
the arrow buttons, of course.
Well, yeah.
Should you decide?
If you want to be
Or if you
weird.
take
I
number
used
lock
to,
off,
I used to
you can
play.
use them.
I used to play over on the arrow keys, but having played a lot of Half-Life 2, WASD controls seem
It's the way to go.
it's natural.
The future.
Yeah.
Okay. Downloadable content. Does that
Not-
apply?
Well,
I
you
know
could,
people have modded it. There's been
They've-
loads of mods
you
for the
can.
PC.
I know for the PC you can download a high texture pack,
Yeah.
which I've not actually tried myself, but I quite like the retro charm of, the
Yeah, the
looks of
original.
it.
I think it looks like mocap, but animated.
It might be.
a little bit with Duke's hand.
Yeah.
Not so much anything else in the game, just Duke's hands.
Yeah, it's possible. I really couldn't
But
tell you.
I wouldn't say it is mocap, but it's got that animation style that makes it look like a real hand.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the rest of the game is clearly, and
Yeah.
even Duke's own reflection is
Yes.
clearly a low, sort of a relatively low graphic.
Oh yeah.
Cardboard
It didn't.
cutout.
It doesn't take a lot
Yeah.
to power the game. I mean,
No.
it's available on the iPhone for
Pete's sake.
Pete's sake. Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, graphics. That brings us on to graphics.
graphics.
Graphics. Yeah, for anyone wondering about that, before we go into too much detail on it, we saw a review. I can't remember who it was on YouTube, but they reviewed a game with a cold, and they're just there snorting their way all the way through it, and then all of a sudden, after a period of silence, they just went graphics.
No, we did
I think
fast,
we
we
fast
fast forwarded it,
Yeah.
and you just came in on graphics.
Graphics.
That was it.
There was some silence, and then there was more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that person should really not have done a review. in that
Why
state.
did you do a review when you had a cold? You just do it another day.
Because he wants to please his fans, I think, was his
I
reply.
think
Repulsed.
it was the opposite, to be quite honest. It
Okay.
repulsed the fans, as you say.
Oh well.
But yeah,
Why
graphically, it's all right for
It's
it.
alright for its age, for
Yeah,
15-year-old game, it's pretty good.
it's rather delicious.
Yeah, I mean, it's like going back to Doom, it doesn't take a lot to run it, but it's got its retro charm.
Which is
I like it.
as long as they play.
Oh,
then-
yeah,
then
gameplay.
it doesn't. Graphics aren't really much of an issue for me as
No.
long as the gameplay is good. I mean, obviously, more recent games, if the graphics are good and the gameplay's good, then all
That's
the
a
better.
perk.
But you can forgive some slightly shoddy graphics if the gameplay is
Oh, yeah. At the end of the day,
way
that's-
beyond.
gameplay is king. If you
Indeed.
haven't got a game that plays well,
Super
then-
Mario Brothers,
Yeah.
graphically awful, gameplay wise brilliant.
Yeah.
Keep going back and back, and I still haven't finished it, but that's for another podcast.
I mean, yeah, your game could look like the arse end of the world for all I care, but if it
Yeah.
plays like Barcelona, then
Fair enough.
well, yeah,
If it looks like Morton Stanley,
yeah,
is Morton no Preston North End.
Preston North End. If it plays like Preston North End,
If it plays like Preston North End, then it is Preston North End.
okay. They
If
used to
it-
be quite good, but they're not anymore.
Yeah, if it looks like Preston North End, but it plays like Barcelona, then it's good.
That's good.
That's,
yeah,
yeah. I'm trying to get the football analogy going,
Yeah,
and it's not really working.
no.
I'm confusing the issue.
My brain's
Yeah.
coming out my ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't like football because
That's-
you're a
that's-
puffer.
That's meant nothing to me at all.
Vienna.
Yes.
But yeah, the the game has been heavily. This is from Wikipedia. The game has been heavily attacked by some critics who allege that it promotes pornography and murder.
Not really. I mean, yes, you can kill the babes in the strip club, but it spawns lots of enemies who try to kill you.
Yeah,
The only other
it's a
thing
cause and effect.
Yeah, the only other bit that you don't have you get punished for is when you find the
Punish.
the Ripley style.
Oh yeah.
In a
Yeah.
cocoon type thing, and you can kill them quite freely and not suffer any
not a problem.
consequence.
Apparently, Media Watch made the following comment about the game: Duke Nukem 3D moves the shooter through pornography stores, where Duke can use XXX sex posters for target practice. He throws cash at a prostituted woman, telling her to shake it, baby. His gun, ever ready.
You don't.
In the game, I'll finish.
No, I'm sorry.
I've started now.
Yeah,
so I'll
I've got a
finish.
point to make about that in a second.
In the game, bonus points are awarded for the murder of these mostly prostituted and partially nude women. He blows up stained glass windows in an empty church. We're getting to the real meat of the issue now.
Oh, okay. It's
Blows up
religion.
blows up stained glass windows in an empty church, or goes to strip clubs where Japanese women lower their kimonos, exposing their
Breasts. You can
boobies.
say breasts.
Duke is encouraged to kill defenceless, often bound women.
Yeah, but
Which is
they're
from Media Watch, from the publication Teaching Boys to Kill. And there's a link. Oh, not found.
oh, what a surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 points really. They're quite good, aren't they, for making points?
One.
The fact that they're saying, he has his gun ever ready. Yeah, but when you tell them to shake it,
It disappears.
it disappears. His hand comes out with cash. I mean, if you go to a strip club, what do you expect to do in a strip club apart from pay women to take their clothes off?
Yeah. And as you say, the game doesn't have a scoring or reward system of any
No.
kind
I think
for
it has
killing women or anything else, and the game spawns even more enemies if the player kills a woman.
Yeah, I think as for the part in the church, I think you'll find it may have been an alien church. So, up yours.
Blasphemy! I
Um,
think not.
And the fact that he's encouraged to kill defenceless, often bound women, you don't have to kill them.
No.
You're not encouraged by any means. The only thing they say is kill me. I mean, if you want to be that way inclined, you can.
Yeah.
I think that's down to individual choice.
But if anything
indeed.
else, it's a mercy killing.
Well, yeah.
Have
But,
they never seen Alien?
Resurrection.
No, that's enough to kill anyone. That'll drive you to murder.
In Germany, the game was placed on the list of media harmful to young people
Oh,
and
much like
prohibited.
Rammstein.
Yeah, thus prohibiting its public distribution.
Of course.
But at the same time, they also banned Doom, and Doom was only released for public
Oh, it wasn't that long
release
ago,
this
was
year.
it? Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm assuming Duke Nukem is still on that list and still prohibited from public
I
distribution.
would probably say so.
Yeah.
It's taken.
Then again, the Germans since that whole war thing, they've been a bit. Oh,
I mean, I think they banned Wolfenstein, didn't they?
Yeah.
Because it had,
Well, it had Nazi flags, yeah.
propaganda in
Yeah.
it and whatever. Even though you are killing
Nazis.
Nazis and
Yeah.
taking on a robo Hitler,
I wonder how Call of Duty's got on over there.
I think it might be okay because they're Russians
Mm.
that you slaughter.
Early Medal of Honor, though, I think that might have been
Yeah.
frowned upon.
I'm not. I don't know. actually.
In 1999, it was banned in Brazil, along with Quake, Doom, and several other violent first-person shooters after a violent rampage in and around a movie theatre was allegedly inspired by the first level in the game.
Of course, it's like the people who held those people hostage at that school years ago.
Besley.
They just because the people were listening to Rammstein at the time, Rammstein were of course blamed.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course. Of course.
There was a case recently as well, this is going slightly off topic, about a sailor on a submarine who went on a gun rampage and killed like 2 people. Apparently he was inspired by Grand Theft Auto, which,
On a submarine.
yeah, but according to the news report, you are rewarded for killing innocent civilians.
No, you're not.
No, I think you'll find if you play Grand Theft Auto and mercilessly mow down people, the police and the army tend to get involved and
Yeah.
take you out. So you're talking
And again,
shit.
go for a headshot.
Yeah.
Again, he's going down.
Still stunned by the concussion blast.
Yeah. But yeah, it's daft.
It is daft.
I mean, I've been playing these games since I was 9.
I mean, I played the original Grand Theft Auto and I did not in any way feel the need to go out, rob a car and run down people.
No, it's a release.
Yeah,
If you get mentally unstable people though playing these games, then
yeah, that's
easy to place blame on the game, whereas it's
Yeah.
actually the person in question that's at fault. But
scum.
it's like all these people that get all up in arms, like moral parents that say no, my child can't ever play this sort of game, and they go and buy them an 18-rated video game.
I know it's the same for Call of Duty. I know for a fact because where I work is obviously a well-renowned
Retail store. Are you gearing up for Christmas?
Yes, the box set, the Friends box sets are in. It's Christmas.
Are they 50 quid?
No, I think they're 40 this year.
Oh, they've gone down again.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it's tempting, isn't it, Pra?
I've got them.
Oh,
I haven't.
okay. Oh yes, you have. Sorry.
Yeah. I paid more than 40 quid though.
But yeah, going back to
Yeah.
the slightly off-topic topic.
Yeah, sorry, I almost did that Invasion of the Body Snatcher stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, the amount of parents that will buy probably Modern Warfare 3 for their 15-year-old or 13-year-old
Yeah.
child will be
Boggles the mind.
outrageous.
Yeah.
You know, the game's rated an 18 for a reason.
They should have. I reckon in Modern Warfare 3 they should just put another no Russian-esque level in there just to take the piss and go. Well, you kids shouldn't be playing it then, should they?
They shouldn't be playing
we
it
put
anyway.
it in to test you, and you've complained. And how old's your child? Oh, not old
I
enough.
mean, it comes down to the parents in that situation.
Yeah, but generally speaking, I mean, if it was, let's say I was the youth in this question. I mean, one, I wouldn't be asking my mum to get me the 18-rated game anyway, but at the same time, my parents wouldn't really have an issue with buying it me and letting me play it as long as they knew what the content of the game was.
Yeah.
My mum and dad just full stop. If I wasn't old enough to play it, I never played it. I wasn't allowed to.
So
I never saw Alien till I was nearly 18.
But I didn't see it until I was at university, so... Boom!
I don't think I've ever seen the entire film.
Alien.
First two are worth it.
Haven't you?
Don't think so. I can't remember seeing the entire one. I've got the box set at work put aside for myself.
I'm sure we
'cause
had a
it's
session of
£17
them
on
ages
Blu-ray.
ago.
Probably, but I can't remember.
Because I remember we watched the director's cut of Alien Resurrection and went, oh,
Yeah.
you prefer
But
this version.
anyway,
Going back to the...
we'll get back to Duke
Going back
Nukem.
about 6 topics.
Yeah, you know, it obviously inspired some other games, which we can talk about now. I would.
Yes.
Like. So we can get there to wrap it up a little
Yes.
bit.
The 3 games that we would recommend if you like Duke Nukem.
Well, the first one
I'll
that
let
came
you,
to mind.
you just go through all of them because
Yeah, the
I've
first one
never played any
that
of them.
came to mind was Quake. That was another game. I think that was released shortly after Duke Nukem, or possibly.
It's
just
in the
before
same
it.
sort of area.
Yeah, it was
isn't
done by ID, so it's sort of like the spiritual successor to Doom.
Doom!
Obviously, in Quake, you can look around, free aim, and use weapons on various aliens, etc.,
Yeah.
etc. So that's good fun. I haven't played it myself, but I have seen other people play it. I could suggest any of the Quakes. So yeah, apart from maybe Quake 4, which I don't think is particularly good.
Right, okay.
Well, I don't actually think it's even out yet. I think I'm talking dog shit there.
Yeah, you may be thinking of Quake 3.
Yeah, well, Quake 3 was good.
Quake 4 is total shit.
It's not out yet, but
I
still.
know it is.
Next one.
I can't
Soldier of
remember what I
Fortune,
said. Soldier
wasn't
of Fortune, another game which is extremely heavy on the violence. In this one, I think the developers, I think it was Raven Software, took great pride in your ability to dismember people by shooting their arms, legs, and heads off.
Tasty.
That was quite fun. Running around with a shotgun, just randomly blowing someone's leg off and seeing the bone poking through. They took it a step further in their sequel, Soldier of Fortune 2. Obviously, they're taking advantage of the games being a bit more processor friendly. And you could actually shoot some dude in the head with a pistol.
Oh, I'll just kick the tripod. Sorry, carry on.
And then take your knife out, slash away the head and skull to
Nice.
reveal the brain, which you could then slash about with.
Lovely. And finally,
Probably the worst of them all. It's got to be Postal 2.
Yeah.
This game, okay, you can approach it from one of two ways. You could actually be a model citizen in it. You don't have to kill anybody at all in the entire game. You can,
but the option's there.
but the option is there to go
Daily Mail baiting, I
Yeah.
think is the term.
postal.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the game takes it to extremes. You can piss at random. You can floppy. You can actually walk around the game levels with your winky hanging out. You don't see it,
Yeah, but you can do
you
it.
can do, and you can piss on people. But there are police in the game, and if you do,
and
break
they will
the law,
find you.
Yeah,
and
if you
kill
do break the law, if you piss on a cop,
Yeah.
then you will get shot and killed.
Nice.
Nice. But I think if you continue to shoot on the police person, depending on how they're programmed, they will either shoot you or vomit.
Nice.
Continue to shoot.
I mean, yeah, the Postal's a pretty extreme example of what you can do with video games.
Yeah. And rightfully not for the kids.
No,
Setting elephants
not
on
even,
fire.
Not even close. Yeah, you can go to go to a circus place and kill elephants if you want to.
Hey ho.
Play football
but
with someone's head.
Yeah, the best part. You can take someone's head off with a shovel, recruit a dog, set the head on fire, kick it, the dog will run after it, pick up the head on fire, they'll then set the dog on fire, which will then run around the level on fire, setting other people on fire.
It spreads from there like a zombie epidemic.
Yeah, and then obviously you get the charred remains, quite literally the charred remains of a person, and it will make the person who is stood closest physically ill.
Nice.
That's an extreme example of what you can do.
So Duke Nukem's nothing on that, really. Right. So on that note, we'll wrap up. Thank you for listening if you have been. If you want to get in touch, we're on Twitter. Follow @randomstote or @hugegreenburger. If you can't spell Huge Greenburger, follow @randomstote first, and I'm on the friends list or the follow list.
Is that because you're the same person?
Yes, one and the same.
I don't use Twitter.
They
Neither
do
do I.
different things.
Yeah.
We're also on Facebook. It's facebook.com/randomstote. You can send us an email to info@randomstote.com. And that's it. I think
We
that's
haven't
all.
got a MySpace.
We haven't got a
No,
MySpace.
We've got a
'cause,
Google Plus yet.
I've got a Google Plus, but Random Stoke hasn't.
I haven't.
So
got a
it's just
Google
gone
Plus.
public, hasn't it? So
Yeah.
perhaps.
Perhaps.
In the near future.
Yeah. It's rather nice, Google Plus, but that's for another time.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you for listening,
Exposition for
and
another time.
we will be back next time with another exciting episode. Goodbye.